collaboration between the Washington Improv Theater and the Studio Acting Conservatory. We are delighted to have all of you here on this most special of days. This is Anne Scene's debut Easter performance, and it's going to be, well, the second most exciting thing to ever happen on an Easter Sunday. I guarantee that.
For those of you new to Anne Scene is, well, it's improv and it's also scripted. And neither the twain shall meet normally, but tonight the twain shall meet over and over and over again.
You're here for Drama Week. All of our actors will be performing scenes from a dramatic play. We will reveal what that play is at the end, but see if you can guess it. The way the format works is the actors have chosen scripted scenes. They must read the lines from those scripted scenes. They may not deviate from them. They may not change what is written. The improvisers have no idea what those scenes are or what's going to happen. They will have to deal with whatever the actors give them and find a way to make those two scenes work together. Because it's Drama Week, you might see what we call dramatic improv, which is improv that is not intended to be funny. You can still laugh anyway, but if you see some of that, don't be scared. It's a delightful experience as well.
That's right. And the way Anne Scene generally goes is over the course of the show, you get to see 5 elements of theater that are played with on stage. First is dialogue, 2 people talking. Next is spectacle. So we've got wigs, we've got props, we've got costumes. Third is dramatic focus. So you'll see some monologues there. Fourth is cast of characters. So normally we have 1 improviser and 1 actor. 2 improvisers and 1 actor will be on stage from then on in. And finally, mood and atmosphere. The booth is going to provide some music, and that will inform what you see on stage.
So before we get the show on the road, let's go ahead and meet the people who are going to be transporting you today. Let's first meet our incredible actors. We have Trenner. Let's go. Here we go. Trenner Gould, Erica Elderkamp, Ronnie Maurice, and George Taylor.
And of course, we can't see without our improvisers: Gabby Rodriguez, Liz Hogue, Jordana Micheli,
I think that's everything we needed to do here.
That's right. So let's follow the improvisers off stage and begin Anne Scene.
First up is dialogue.
Is that my little lark twittering out there?
Yeah, I'm calling off the wedding.
A little squirrel bustling about?
No! All the bustling is done. It's broken me completely. I think we're gonna call it. And that's it, okay? We're just gonna call off. So if you can just go out, and if you can tell everyone, just like, go home. Just go home and leave.
When did my squirrel come home?
I mean, I feel like these squirrels have been coming home to roost for a while. I've been telling you I'm doing like 70-hour weeks at work every week, and then I've got the wedding planning on top of it. And Marcia is great, but she's also not really helping out. And so it feels like it's all on me. And then we put so much money into this. We have the world's largest, like, the chocolate river that we're trying to get installed. I talked to those plumbers for so long.
Has my little spendthrift been wasting money again?
Yes! That's the problem! Do you know how expensive a chocolate river is? I was looking into chocolate boatmen to ride the chocolate boats in the chocolate river. Little animatronic chocolate men.
Still, you know we can't spend money recklessly.
No! We can't! I work 70 hours a week. I am more in debt every week that goes by. It is horrifying.
Yes, after the new year, then it will be a whole quarter before the salary is due.
Yeah. Yeah, I am screwed. in the new quarter. You know, they are adjusting my interest rates on my mortgage, on my student loans, on my credit card. They took one look at how deep I was in the hole, and they were like, we're just gonna take the bottom out of the hole. We're gonna just let you plummet. You like the movie Gravity? Enjoy it!
The same little featherhead. Suppose now that I borrowed 50 pounds today, and you spent it all in the Christmas week, and then on New Year's Eve, a slate fell on my head and killed me.
Are
Now
you
what would have happened?
Are you hitting me up for money? Right now.
But what about the people who lent it?
Me! I would be the one who would lend you the money. I just need you to go out there and to tell everyone we're shutting it down. Because the caterers have told me I get 30% of the down payment back if we shut it down before anyone bites into any food. Okay?
There can be no freedom or beauty about a home that depends on borrowing and debt.
That is how mortgages work, Dan. I told you that I was going to build property value. It was going to work over time, and it has not worked at all. Do you know how much? The price of my home has dropped 70% since I purchased it.
Come, my little skylark. Don't droop your wings. What is this? Is my little squirrel out of temper?
Yeah, but you know I like being referred to in sort of nature-y animal terms.
Scene.
You talk like a child.
What do you want from me?
You don't understand the conditions of the world in which you live.
I understand them. I want to get hired here. I'm a good lawyer. I can take on death penalty cases. Give me a chance.
You are ill.
Only in the way that I'm sick in a fun way.
You are delusional.
I am not. I have a resume and I made it out of candy.
I almost think you are out of your mind.
Read it. Eat it. Digest it. Love it. Hire me. I want a job. I can be a lawyer. I can be anything. I can tap dance in front of the judge.
And is it with a clear and certain conviction that you forsake your husband and your children?
They could stay at home. The only conviction I'm going to get is if I'm a prosecutor. Can I prosecute? Can you hire me? Do you need another resume? I made it out of toys.
Then there's only one possible explanation.
That I'm resourceful. If you don't want it, I'm going to have to bring it home to my son Jacob. He's wondering where his buddies went.
You don't love me anymore.
I don't love you any less.
Nora, and you can say that.
Alright, I get it. You want me to interview you for the job I want. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Oh.
Pull it up. Look at my resume. What do you think? What do you think my greatest strengths and weaknesses are?
Is that a clear and certain conviction too?
Only if you let me prosecute do I have the job. Alright, you know what? I came on strong. I came on intensely, like I would do in a court of law. I'd be like, hello, judge. Hire me. Love me. Oh, I probably would tell the judge to love me. What a silly goose I am! Side note, I have a resume on a goose somewhere. Where did he go? Where did he go?
And can you tell me what I have done to forsake your love?
Well, you haven't hired me yet. I've been in here for a good hour. I'm running out of resumes. I've given you 7 of them.
Explain yourself better.
I want a job. I'm a good lawyer. I sound like a child and I'm pretty silly, but aren't we all silly when it comes to the law? Aren't we all a little bit silly when you think about that Constitution, when you think about all 27 of those amendments? Aren't some of them silly? One of them repealed another one. That's crazy.
I don't understand you.
I want to be a lawyer!
Scene.
He forged someone's name. Have you any idea what that means?
Me?
Yes. Or, as in so many cases, by imprudence.
Oh, I didn't know we need to answer trivia now at the grocery store.
I am not so heartless as to condemn a man altogether because of a single false step of that kind.
Oh, I would never think that you're heartless. You look like a very decent person. I'm just trying to get my Honey Nut Cheerios.
Many a man has been able to retrieve his character if he has openly confessed his faults and accepted his punishment.
Oh, what is the punishment? Do tell.
Krogstad did nothing of that sort. He got himself out of it by a cunning trick. And that is why he has gone under altogether.
Oh, now I'm into this. What happened to Krogstad? Tell me more. This dude sounds shady.
Just think how a guilty man like that has to lie and play the hypocrite with everyone, how he has to wear a mask in the presence of those near and dear to him, even before his own wife and children.
Oh my goodness. Is this someone, like, are you married to this person? It sounds like you know too much about them, and I'm just curious. So, because, like, my advice has to come with, like, what, you know, your relationship to this person. So,
And about the children?
oh.
That is the most terrible part of it all, Nora.
Okay. Wait. I know you, right? Did we go to school together? I feel like your face is familiar. You just called me by my name. And so, I'm so sorry. We graduated together, right? Class 14?
Because such an atmosphere of lies infects and poisons the whole life of a home.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that you're going through a lot. But if you want, we can just keep walking down the aisle so that I can get my groceries done, and then you can let all that stuff out too, because clearly you're going through a lot.
And each breath the children take in such a house is full of the germs of evil.
Oh my goodness. I am so sorry for what you're going through.
My dear, I have often seen it in the course of my life as a lawyer. Almost everyone who has gone to the bad early in life has had a deceitful mother.
I knew I should have gone into law. It causes a lot on the body, clearly.
It seems most commonly to be the mother's influence, though naturally a bad father's would have the same result. Every lawyer is familiar with this fact.
Look, I am at a loss for words here, to be honest. I'm very confused. I just don't know how to help you or how... I'm sorry.
This Krogstad now, he has been persistently poisoning his own children with lies and dissimulation. That is why I say he has lost all moral character.
Okay, do you... Okay, let's do this. Whew. I'm sweating here, guys. How about, you give me this person's number, and maybe I can engage in conversation with them and help you out of this hole.
And scene. Moving on to part 2. Spectacle.
Poor Christine. You are a widow.
He died!
Yes, I knew. I saw it in the papers.
I must not be seen like this. I cover my face so no one recognizes me.
I assure you, Christine, I meant ever so often to write you. I always put it off, and something always came in the way.
Probably him. Before he died.
It was very bad of me, Christine. Oh, poor thing. How you must have suffered. And he left you nothing?
He left me one thing. This note.
And no children?
This is not a child.
So nothing at all then.
Just this one note.
But Christine, is that possible?
Yes. It's right here.
So you are quite alone. How dreadfully sad you must be.
Well, Mary, I hope that's why you came to be with me in my hour of need. I'm not alone, right?
I have 3 lovely children.
Is that just too insulting? Why are you bringing that? Did you bring it?
You can't see them just now. They're with the nurse.
Are they sickly?
But now you must tell me all about it.
Okay. I've been waiting for someone that I trusted to read this note. So I guess...
No, you must begin. I mustn't be selfish today. Today, I must only think of your affairs. But there is one thing I must tell you.
Why would you bring up my affairs? He just died.
Do you know, we just had a great bit of good luck.
What is it?
Just fancy. My husband has been made manager of the bank.
A little bit callous of you to bring up your husband's success today, isn't it?
Yes, tremendous.
I guess at least you can notice it.
A barrister's profession is such an uncertain thing. Especially if you won't undertake unsavory cases, and naturally, Torvald has never been willing to do so, and I quite agree with him. Oh, you may imagine how pleased we are.
Why does the note say that I should test the DNA of your children?
He has to take up his work in the bank at the new year, and then
Mary,
have a big
talk to me.
salary and lots of commissions.
I feel like this is important, Mary. Why are you talking so much?
For the future, we can live quite differently.
My whole life is crashing down around me. I thought you were here to comfort me, but you're just gloating and rubbing it in my face. Look at me.
We can do as we like. I feel so relieved and so happy, Christine, so happy.
You've taken my happiness and you wear it around you.
Scene.
How kind you are, Nora, to be so anxious to help me. It's doubly kind in you, for you know so little of the burdens and troubles of life.
Well, I brought my moral relativist gear. I'm ready to help you.
My dear, small household cares and that sort of thing. You are a child, Nora.
No, this is a very grown-up way to approach a problem. I think you need to see that no matter what you decide, we can justify it. So, what are you going to tell her?
Nope.
You're not going to tell her at all?
Come
Okay.
home.
Well, you want me to just be me?
But you have just told me all your troubles.
Well, I don't think you can infer that much because I do a little dress up, but I just...
Important thing? What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is, I'm just always showing up and helping you clear up your problems, but really, you're right. No one's there for me at all.
I don't look down on anyone, but it is true that I am both proud and glad to think I was privileged to make the end of my mother's life almost free from care.
I mean, sure, I think that throwing someone off of a cliff is one way to look at it. Okay, you do want this from me. I see. Yes, that was a very kind thing of you to do. I mean, anyone would have done the same in your position. Think of the debt. That's not a problem now,
Yes, but your father gave you the necessary funds.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm in a different position, and I'm not trying to say that they're the same. What I'm saying is I understand why you did it. Sure, I'm going to give him a long, beautiful retirement for about 35 years, and he's going to be involved in my life heavily. But you did what you had to do.
But you, all that large sum,
Oh my God! Listen, are you saying it's custom made? Yeah, it was a few $100 $100. Okay, you're right. It makes you uncomfortable. I'm not gonna flaunt my wealth anymore, and that's fair.
But Nora, how could you possibly do it? Did you win a prize in the lottery?
In a way. I get it. Okay, it's his business. It's not mine. Yes, I got an internship at 16 as the assistant vice president of marketing at Google. But that, we all just get a different hand.
But where did you get it from then, Nora? Aha! Because you couldn't have borrowed it.
Maybe I need to look in the mirror more often with this on. because I can't stand this anymore, okay?
But a wife cannot borrow without her husband's consent.
We have a prenup! I can do whatever I want!
I don't understand that at all, Nora.
Oh, well, you said you did when we had a lawyer with us. We were there for 4 hours and he was billing pretty quickly and you said you got it, so I wanted to go home, okay?
Scene.
I heard you were up asking for me.
I don't know which one of these flashlights to keep. I have a whole bag of flashlights. I don't know which one to keep. And I don't know, it's the first time I'm telling a ghost story to a bunch of kids in my Girl Scout troop, and I'm like, is this scary? Or is this scary?
I see. You are going to keep up the character.
I don't know, I was gonna try. I was gonna start. I've been working on all of my... I don't think our daughter likes me.
We will easily put that right.
I've been trying, Steve. I've been trying, and I went out. I got every flashlight that Ace Hardware has, which coincidentally is 4. And I've been practicing, and I'm like, this is her first Girl Scout outing, and I'm the troop mom, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be like, hey Cassie, girls sit around. Let me tell you a tale. And how am I supposed to impress 10-year-olds?
Only some of the trimming has come unsewn here and there.
I'm not wearing that, it's terrible. I'm gonna be the Girl Scout mom outfit with this sash that says Troop Mom. I don't even know if she wants me there.
Needle and thread?
I'm not sewing it. It's already sewn. I'm just, Steve, this is, can I just practice? Can I just practice once? This will be the fire. I'm sorry, this is very lovely, but it's also shiny, so here we go. Gather around, kids! Gather around! Troop Mom has a story for you. In the woods, there was a car that broke down. And there were kids making out in the car. And they heard a scraping, they heard a scrape. They heard a scraping on the roof. And one of the people went out to investigate. I don't remember how the story ends.
So you're going to be dressed up tomorrow, Nora.
I'm not wearing the fire. I'm wearing the Troop Mom uniform.
I will tell you what. I shall come in for a moment and see you in your fine feathers.
You are a man. You can't be there. It's just for women. Just cover me. Just cover my face. Just cover it. I don't know what I'm doing. How am I supposed to be a Troop Mom if I can't even find myself? Is this scarier? In the woods there was a car full of teenagers and they were making out. So they were just scrape on the roof. And they went outside and I still don't know how it ends.
But I have completely forgotten to thank you for a delightful evening yesterday.
You're welcome for this.
And scene. Now moving on to part 3, focus and dramatic moment.
Well, does that alarm you?
Yes, it alarms me. I can't find my head tongue.
Nothing but what I've long been prepared for. Julian, nothing has prepared us for me losing my hedgehog because it has never happened. Because why would anyone steal a hedgehog? They're really difficult to carry.
I certainly think that would be a terrible thing to do.
To steal a hedgehog? Yes, it's a terrible thing to do. To lose a hedgehog that I spent months berating mom and dad that I wanted to get, it's worse. They're gonna kill me.
It is up with me.
Do you know where my hedgehog is?
Who else?
Tell me where it is.
It is no use lying to oneself. I have looked into my internal economy, and I found it's bankrupt. Before long, I shall be lying, rotting in the churchyard.
Yeah, I hope you die for stealing my hedgehog, and you rot in the churchyard. Why would you do that to me? You're my big brother. You're supposed to take care of me, you bully.
I shall make one more examination of myself.
What does that even mean?
And then I shall know that the loathsome end has begun.
No. Do not kill the hedgehog. I don't like how that sounded. What do you mean, the loathsome end or whatever?
There's something that I must tell you.
The location of the hedgehog, perhaps?
Helmer's refined nature makes him hate everything that's ugly.
Are you calling me ugly? Helmer doesn't hate me. Helmer the Hedgehog, such a great name, by the way, would never abandon me. He understands me, okay? He's a misunderstood creature, and so am I. And he would never leave me. Tell me where it is.
I will not have him in my sick room.
Is that where it is?
I bar my door to him. Not on any account.
On any account of what? Say it. Say it.
When the end has come, I shall send you my card with a black cross on it.
No! Don't kill Helmer!
To have to pay this penalty for another man's sins.
What sins? I'm 9. I don't even know what that means. I gave you back that baseball bat that I just borrowed for a few days the other day. That's not a sin. Come on, tell me where it is, please.
Is there any justice in that?
See.
Your father was very ill, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And died soon afterwards?
Okay, this is going to be sort of a different roommate chat than I thought. We're going to talk about like the chores and the dishes.
Tell me, Mrs. Helmer, can you by any chance remember what day your father died? On what day of the month, I mean?
I mean, you can just call me Janice. The day of the month? Guess it was October 3rd.
That is correct. I've ascertained it for myself.
Is this like a memory thing? Are you evaluating me to put me in a home? Because I am so not ready for that.
And as that is so, there is a discrepancy
Oh
which
my God.
I cannot account for.
Did I get the day wrong? Every year it is a heartbreak day, but it's something I try not to keep in my mind all the time. Did I get the day wrong?
The discrepancy consists, Mrs. Helmer, in the fact that your father signed this bond 3 days after his death.
Right.
Your father died on the 29th of September. But look here, your father has dated his signature the 2nd of October. It is a discrepancy, isn't it?
I'm something of a spiritual medium. And a lot of people don't think that that's a real thing. But let me tell you, when you are just haunted by ghosts constantly, all day, every day, in the shower, in the bathroom, there are a lot of bathroom-related ghosts. It's terrifying. I just feel like maybe the ghosts could like cut me some slack. So, yeah, I mean, my dad told me to falsify some documents, but if your dad tells you to falsify some documents in his name, are you really falsifying anything? You're just doing what your dad told you to do with the documents that are his. I feel like that's pretty cut and dry. And I feel like a court should respect that.
Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, so I got the day of his death wrong. He probably died on like the 5th or the 8th or something.
It is a remarkable thing, too, that the words 2nd of October, as well as the year, are not written in your father's handwriting, but in what I think I know. Well, of course, it can be explained. Your father may have forgotten to date his signature, and someone else may have dated it haphazard before they knew of his death. There is no harm in that. It all depends on the signature of the name. And that is genuine, I suppose, Mrs. Helmer?
Okay, so a few days after my husband died, I was sitting in the bathroom at his bottom with portfolios. The spirit moved my hand, okay? It took control. My eyes rolled all the way back in my head. And he signed the papers through my hand.
It was your father himself who signed his name here?
Yes, it was him. Yeah, you've got it in one. He signed it using my hand. And so, if there's a crime, you should dig up his body and put it in jail.
See.
Will you not just leave me alone? Give up the idea. Evans, I've told you so many times. I don't want to be a model for your art studio. Most of us think that at first. I did too. I hadn't the courage. I supported you all through your undergrad. I know that you care about your art, but I refuse to model for you. I don't want to. No, that's it, isn't it? You hadn't the courage either. If this shows up in a gallery somewhere, I'm going to be very angry at you. For fuck's sake, I can see. Besides, it would have been a great piece of folly. Once the first storm at home is over, I have a letter for your husband in my pocket. I'm not going back to him. I'm staying here. In as lenient a manner as I possibly could. Excuse me, Mrs. Helmer, but I think you just told me. I just told you that I don't want to be Mrs. Hummer anymore. Can we drop this shit? And why do you have me? I don't mind modeling for you. I mind nudity. I don't like that there are these mirrors and I'm sitting here and I don't like my body. I don't know why you're making me look at it. You can use it for your models if you want. I'm not bringing it home to him and I'm not comfortable seeing it myself. Can you just turn me around and sculpt me? I'm not asking your husband for a penny. No, why would you? That's weird. I will tell you, I want to rehabilitate myself, Mrs. Helmer. I want to get on. And in that, your husband must help me. Listen. When I said I needed to crash here, and I would be willing to help you, I meant like emotionally, to be here as your friend. And if you just want his money that I'm already running away from myself, you're not a friend to me. a hand in anything dishonorable. Amid all that time, I have been struggling in most restricted circumstances. I was content to work my way up step by step. Now I am turned out, and I'm not going to be satisfied with merely being taken into favor again. I want to get on, I tell you.
Touch me a fucking get, bitch.
Scene. And scene. Cast of characters is right now.
Excuse me, the outer door was ajar. I suppose someone forgot to shut it.
I just thought that it would be nice if the cat could have free access to the apartment.
I know that.
Well, then you won't have any problems with me just opening your bedroom door once in a while. Sometimes I like to pet the cat, and I don't think that you feed him on a regular schedule.
A word with you.
Oh, okay, house meeting. This is the 5th time this week, Greg. Let's get it over with.
Oh, did someone call for a house meeting?
No, it is Christmas Eve, and it will depend on yourself and what sort of Christmas you want to have.
I want a great Christmas.
Welcome, Jim. It's wonderful that he gets to come and I don't get to go home with my family because we're talking about what? A door?
We won't talk about that till later on. This is something different. I presume you can give me a moment.
No, please. Do you want me to pull up an agenda? Did you send it to my email, my work email, or personal?
I can get orders for us.
Good. I was in Olson's restaurant and saw your husband going down the street
Thrilling.
with a lady.
Ooh.
May I
I'm
make so
listening.
bold to ask if it was Mrs. Lind?
Well, shouldn't be.
Didn't you say you were the one walking down the street? And did you saw the lady?
I mean,
Why would?
Mrs. Lynn and I have talked about this, and she expressly thinks that taking a walk with a guy is like 5th base, so I don't think she would ever do that.
Just arrived in town?
Oh my god, she could have totally been lying to me.
She's a great friend of yours, isn't she?
Well, that remains to be seen, doesn't it?
Friends are the best friends to stab each other in the back.
I knew her too once upon a time.
Well, she's been getting around town pretty quickly. She just got here.
So you know all about it. I thought as much. Then I can ask you without beating about the bush. Is Mrs. Lynn to have an appointment in the bank?
Was this a euphemism?
Yeah, I work at the bank and I have not heard of Mrs. Lynn. Yeah, she doesn't have an account down at Central Bank 1.
Really?
I was right in what I thought then.
Oh my god. My husband has been donating to a lot of charities lately, and I've even asked once which one. Red Cross, I don't know. Zoo?
Mrs. Helmer, you would be so good as to use your influence on my behalf.
Oh my god. Okay, here it is. Here's the ask. Christmas Eve, right? House meeting. What do you need, okay?
You will be so kind to see that I'm allowed to keep my subordinate position in the bank.
I'm not having this conversation with you. The lines are already blurred, being your boss and your roommate. I can't do this.
There's no necessity in keeping up this pretense of ignorance. I can understand that your friend is not very anxious to expose herself to the chances of rubbing shoulders with me. And I quite understand, too, whom I have to thank for being turned off.
You need to make yourself clear ASAP, because I have a ham 5 miles away that's getting cold, okay? I have a family to be with. Do you want a raise? Are you trying to tell me my husband's cheating on me? I don't get it. Is it about the cat still?
I got the cat.
Scene.
Do we two have anything to talk about?
Yes, it's easier for me to fit your dress if you're standing up. Can we do that now? I know you're upset, you've lost a lot of weight, it's so stressful, the week's right before the wedding, but you'll be fine. You'll make a beautiful bride.
I shouldn't have thought so.
Oh, why would you say that about yourself? You're gonna look beautiful. We're gonna do your hair and makeup. We're gonna get you amazing nails.
Was there anything else to understand except what was obvious to all the world?
Charlotte, I got a veil. I think it's gonna change everything.
You're gonna feel so great with this veil and everything that we're gonna do to you.
A heartless woman jilts a man when a more lucrative chance turns up.
Listen, okay? She has nothing to do with this wedding. She was out of the party. The minute that came out, she was gone, okay? We are going to make this the perfect day. Don't you worry about it, all right?
Didn't you?
I'm trying my best. I mean, I've never been a maid of honor, but I feel like I'm trying.
Yeah, she's doing a great work, and don't forget about that person.
If it were as you say, why did you write to me as you did at the time?
Listen, I'm just concerned about your weight. I'm just here to fit your dress, and this is our last fitting.
So that was it? All of this only for the sake of money?
Well, yes, he's selling you the dress, baby girl.
It's a
You know
business.
this.
That makes it so. You had no right to throw me over for anyone else's sake.
Listen, I'm so sorry. I get very mean on the last fitting to every bride. It's not personal, I promise.
If there's something wrong with the alterations, say it. We'll get it done. Money's no object.
When I lost you, it was as if all the solid ground went from under my feet. Look
It
at
was
me
from-
now. I am a shipwrecked man clinging to a bit of wreckage.
This is the best shop in town. I mean, it has 4.5 stars, baby. Come on.
And every bride goes through this. It's okay, I promise. You're gonna get through this.
And I promise you, the second that I failed out of grad school, I was like, no more. I'm going back to Charlotte. It's just us.
It was near, but then you came and stood in the way.
I'm just trying to do my job. Ladies, stay still!
I believe you if you say so, but now that you know it, aren't you going to give it up to me?
Yes. We're just gonna look at a different dress for a minute.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready. I'm done with this bitch.
Okay. What about this one in mauve?
Oh, benefit. I would have done it whether or no.
No, oh, just don't look at that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the veil. Oh my gosh, imagine it. Hundreds of people taking pictures. You're happy. Right?
Life has taught me not to believe in fine speeches.
Okay, so you won't write your own vows. That's fine. That's fine.
Scene.
What have you found out?
What have I found out? Connor, you bitch! What have you found out?
Dr. Rank, you must tell me.
Dr. Snaky Ass, you tell me what we're supposed to do. We are both signed on to take care of this Burbo. It is the $3,000 night rental. Do you see how trash this is?
Is it about yourself?
Is it about yourself, you fucking fuck? God!
What an ugly thing to say.
What an ugly thing to say! What's really ugly is what you did to the jacuzzi, Connor! Look at that! You're nasty! And I'm co-signed on this shit! Oh my god! Put some clothes on, please.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
You were quite absurd today.
Yeah, well, I got drunk and I murdered a cow. I murdered a cow in the bedroom. And I woke up and I saw its head and I was like, fuck. Did I get like Godfathered? And then I looked at my notes from last night and they said, murder the cow.
Write it down!
I was drunk. I don't know. It was good foresight. I thought ahead, so when I woke up the next day, I was like, that was me.
And I wanted you so much to be in a really good humor.
I didn't need you.
You were the one that brought the heroin. It's your fault.
Oh, rubbish.
It's your fault!
You talk something cheerful.
My head, my dead cow.
Your name is fuck you to me.
Whoa.
I suppose
Welcome
you
to
think
my-
he was too partial to asparagus and pâté de foie gras, don't
Jew? It has 4 stomachs and all on the bed.
Never talking about the art that's burned off the walls. Do you see the fire in the kitchen? We're gonna fucking burn for this.
Yeah, I burnt the art in the kitchen. And I didn't realize I did it till I left myself a note and it said, burn that art, kill the cow. But upside, my name's on the deposit.
Mine is and yours is.
It is sad that all these nice things should take their revenge on our bones.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Hey, this was fun. You are great. Still set me up with your
Why are
brother.
you smiling?
I like to laugh so I don't cry. I murdered a cow. I am still interested in your brother. Don't tell him about this. Or Jew if he's into adventurous girls.
I'm in a silly mood today.
All right, you want to burn some more art? I have more fire.
And scene. Finally, we come to mood and atmosphere.
Nora? What is this? Do you know what is in this letter?
Yes, I do. I wrote the letter
Where are you going?
towards you.
Is this true that I read here?
Every word of it. It is my confessions, my secrets, and, most of all, it is what I want of you.
Horrible. No. It is impossible that it can be true.
You think it is impossible that someone like me could love someone like you?
Tis impossible.
Oh, don't let us have any excuses.
Ah, this is not truly a prince you see before you, for I have cursed him. Ha ha! The day has come. Ha ha!
Oh, miserable creature, what have you done?
This is my gremlin.
Oh, no tragic heirs, please.
Oh, he shall bear no heirs. I took away his penis.
Here
I
you
didn't want to tell you this way, but it is true.
Here you shall stay and give me an explanation.
Yeah, explain that, little gremlin.
But I promised you everything you wanted, and you picked up all your desires. That was actually a contract with me as well. Ka-ching! I shall have another child who has been paired. Once I ate it, and now I'm carrying a child. Go with me on this one. I am carrying a child. Ka-ching!
Do you understand what you have done?
Yes, it was not satisfying for anyone, and yet here we are.
Answer me.
She has my child, but, you know, we can love without children, or we could raise the gremlin child ourselves. Is that, I didn't understand the contract, if I'm just completely honest.
I also have your soul.
Dang it.
We are not a problem.
Oh, do you understand what you have done?
No, I'm really confused. I keep signing papers that people give me.
Oh, what a horrible awakening.
You were napping, but I thought the letter would be nice, and then, of course, Matilda, my gremlin, came out.
Penelope, do you have wishes? I can make a contract with you. What do you want?
All these 8 years, she who was my joy and pride, a hypocrite, a liar, worse, a criminal.
I don't know if it's criminal to just consort with gremlins. I mean,
Sign.
look, she's very, like, contract-oriented. That feels not illegal.
Oh, nothing bad shall happen. Take the quill. Write what you want. Write it.
The unutterable ugliness of it all.
Oh, yes, put it down. What do you want? Get rid of the man.
For shame! For shame!
And go! A priest. You want a priest?
Scene.
It is not so very late. Sit down, Torvald. You and I have much to say to one another. Okay, I'm sorry. Sit down! Okay, it will take some time. I have a lot to talk over with you. All right, I'm ready. No, that is just it. You don't understand me. I have never understood you before tonight. mustn't interrupt me. You must simply listen to what I say, Torvald.
Okay.
This is a settling of accounts.
Yes, I know.
Okay, well, speaking of accounts, not even inviting good old Greg into the settling of accounts meeting.
Isn't there one thing that strikes you as strange in our sitting here like this?
That you didn't invite Greg. That's the number one thing that seems strange. I have a lot. I'm gonna get my checklist. Keep going.
Well, the semi-annual meeting between heaven and hell is just starting off great. Glad you could join us, Greg.
We have been married now 8 years. Does it not occur to you that this is the first time that you and I, husband and wife, have had a serious conversation?
We're busy. It's a complicated relationship. The domains have a lot going on.
And frankly, there's a lot happening down in hell. We don't really have our act together yet, but we're working on it, and I feel like we're not really being included in the conversation.
In all these 8 years, longer than that, from the very beginning of our acquaintance, we have never exchanged any word on a serious subject.
I mean, the past 8 years have been busy. It's been kind of fun just messing around,
I'm
blending it all
not
up.
speaking about business matters.
Not just human souls. We're talking like real stuff, like real.
I say that we have never sat down in earnest together to try and get to the bottom of anything.
Okay, fine. Do it. What's the meaning of life? We've all been waiting.
That is just it! You have never understood me! I have been greatly wronged, Torvald, first by you, and then by Papa!
Excuse me, that was uncalled for. I've done nothing but great things for you. Great and terrible, horrible things. I opened the pits. I let the snakes out. I captured thousands of souls and forced them down there. All for you. And this is what I get.
You have never loved me!
No!
Have only thought it pleasant to be in love with me.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of all about that. That's sort of my thing.
It's
Blah, blah, blah,
perfectly
blah.
true, Torvald. When I was at home with Papa, he told me his opinion about everything, and so I had the same opinions. And if I differed from him, I concealed that fact because he would not have liked it.
I would not have liked it.
He called me his doll child. And he played with me just as I used to play with my dolls.
Purgatory hasn't had a big personality in the past. We're trying to just like give you a voice, okay?
Scene.
May I come in for a moment?
No.
I thought I heard your voice and felt as if I should look in.
If the next words out of your mouth are not, I am sorry, we are in such trouble.
Yes, these dear familiar rooms. You are very happy and cozy in here.
So you choose violence today.
Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you indeed? Pray tell, why would your wife be angry at you? A riddle.
Why shouldn't one enjoy everything in this world?
I am so angry at you too.
The wine was capital.
That's all you have to say.
That's all you have to say to both of us?
Almost incredible how much I managed to put away.
Your father is pretending like he doesn't know what the problem is.
Well, why shouldn't one enjoy a merry evening after a well-spent day?
Well spent is the proper term. Father, what have we done?
Yeah, what have we done?
Father, you're my husband. Your father. What have you done with our beloved son's room? Did you turn it into a fitness center? Did you turn it into a fitness center?
Is this your midlife crisis? Because I hate it.
Absolutely certain I was entitled to make a merry evening of that.
But Mom, what about my room?
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh well, one can't have everything in this life without paying for it.
You know what? We are done. We are done. We are done.
So
with
done.
Your shit.
Yeah, your
Okay?
shit.
I'm taking the yacht. I'm taking the Virgo weekend home. I'm taking your horses you thought that I didn't know you bought on eBay.
One thing,
Yes,
one.
we had one.
Yeah, we can take the horses.
Yes, if if there is a fine lot of pretty costumes.
Oh, I took the whole second walk-in closet, baby.
And I took the third.
Domestic warfare, mommy and son style.
You, Shoko, was a good fairy.
What did you call me?
Wow, okay, we have to be a line on that. We need to support our son. We don't call him a fairy, you know. We've already talked about that.
Let your wife go to dress just as she does in everyday life.
And what if I want to wear dresses? Accept me, it's the 21st century, Dad.
Look, you need to accept both of us, okay? I'm tired of you thinking that just being a bread earner is enough. It's not.
At the next fancy ball, I shall be invisible.
You're always going to these fancy balls, all this, like, lobbying.
Yeah, well, I won't be invisible. I'm gonna wear the biggest fucking pussiest big dress just to spite you, motherfucker!
There is a big black hat. Have you ever heard of hats that make you invisible?
Oh my god, this is another buying investment. I don't want to hear it. I don't want any of your sass. I just want all of your money.
If you put one on, no one can see you.
That is not true. Visibility is what we fight for.
Yeah.
But I am clean, forgetting what I came here for. Give me a cigar, one of those dark Havanas.
That's not good for your health, Dad. It doesn't make sense that you're trying to make a room. You took me out of my room to make a gym, and now you're smoking?
Well, if you want me to sleep well, and thanks for the light.
You sleep well because of the drugs I give you before you go to bed.
And scene.